Now we're going to see a little introduction to AuraPlayer, the ability to create web services from Oracle Forms use cases. So we begin by connecting to the AuraPlayer Service Manager with username and password. This could be the WebLogic username as well. And we click the green plus to create a new service. We give the service name something that is going to be the name of the use case, such as get details of the customer, and we simply paste the Oracle Forms URL to begin. Here we're going to see the Oracle Forms system pop up, and now we're going to just simply conduct the Oracle Forms use case that we would like to expose and enable as a web service. So here, any of the buttons that we click will be played back as part of the web service. Any of the menu items we click, any of the keys, the F functions, all of those will be available to us as part of the web service. So here I'm going to do an enter query, and here any text that I enter as part of this use case will be the input parameters to my web service. So I will be able to query by ID, name, and state. And now I do an execute query, and I see here that I get the results of the data. And now I would like all of this data to be available as output parameters for my web service. So I simply click on the Capture Parameters button, and I see here that the output parameters were successfully captured. And now if I'm happy with my use case, I simply click Save and Edit. So this was a pretty short use case. It was only 4 forms, but it could be up to 25 forms we've done long. There's no limit to the amount of forms. And here I see that it has created the web service for me, including the input and output parameters that I've added. I simply save the changes here, and voila, I have my web service. So now I'm able to enter into the web service itself to see the details. And I could also, from this page, create an HTML page to mobilize this existing service. So I simply click on the Create HTML page. Here, under recording, you could choose Android, iOS theme. Then we type the title of the application, and we move on to do the input parameters. Here we could change the labels, or do things like add a form's title, or change the name of the button. Next, we move to the output parameters. Here again, we could change the labels if we want, and we could add the Oracle Forms status bar or error messages. And here we could add things like the header text, the footer text, change some of the font colors, and then we're ready to create the application. This has generated an automatic HTML page for us that we could see simply by clicking on HTML pages. Here we see that the HTML page is completely responsive, meaning that it can grow and shrink depending on the size of the browser. Our pages are suitable for phone size as well as for tablet size. So here, if I click Execute, I see that I get my customer details data, one on top of the other. And if I want to see it in the form of a tablet, I see that it is showing here as a table. Thank you for watching our visualized demo. For more information, feel free to check out our website at www.auraplayer.com or contact us at support@auraplayer.com.